What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting a lot of questions about, this cover athlete program. Zero Chill is going to be live today, and many of you guys that have already invested in the promo and you see where it's heading, you want to kind of back off right now. So I'm going to give you guys some suggestions. I'm going to give you guys some interest that may help you guys decide which way you should go. Either way, you're going to get done by EA, so it's sort of like, how do you want to have it done? Lube, or you don't want any. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it doesn't really matter. One of the way, listen, bro, it's very, very simplistic. This has become a money-making, like just outright pay the money league. All right, everything about this mode is money. All right, I haven't seen anything even like last year, other than the fact that they did earlier in the year give us an opportunity to like get that Darren Waller for grinding, and he was going for some coins. They've pretty much stopped all of that cold turkey. Isaac Bruce was the last one, and he sucked, and nobody was really buying him. I did get a couple of them, and I made like, probably like 1.5. No, it was, we sold them for like 1.4 mil. So if you are decent at Madden, you can play those modes and ultimately win a Super Bowl and get cards that can sell. So they have done some things to help us out as far as not making it all about spending money. But it's very, very far and in between the way that they've been doing it. And I think if they just keep certain things like that in the game, people won't be as upset. Like for me, my whole assessment of this with the cover athlete, I've always said this, right? When I played Madden in 25, I never bought Michael Vick. He was going for ridiculous millions of coins, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy a bundle. I bought one bundle and I got garbage and I was just done. I didn't have Michael Vick for that entire year. I don't believe that everyone should be able to run around willy-nilly with every single card like this, but I do believe that they should give people opportunities outside of buying packs to get them. Training variety pack rolls, stuff like that. They're still going to make money because you have to make training, which means if you run out of training, what are you going to do? You're going to probably have to buy a pack to get more training, but there's still other options for you to be able to get the cards. Only putting it in packs is what's causing these problems, right? So we're going to talk about that right now. The number one thing that we're going to look at really, really quickly is the catalog. All right. Now, as far as the price ranges of everything, these prices are going to be the way that they are for a little bit. All right. They may come down a little bit or whatever, but I'm going to explain to you guys why they are the way they are and give you guys, some food for thought to make you understand what's going on. All right. So number one, right? Richard Sherman. Is he worth it, right? Let's go see what his price is right now at the time of this video. Because I got him for about 2.9. So he's at 2.8 right now. So he's coming down a little bit. Once he's out of packs, it's probably going to be around the 3 million coin mark. But anyway, what is the purpose of getting this card, right? Let me show you, because like I showed you guys on X, I do have the card and he does go to 99 zone. So if you get a card like this, right, you don't have to buy another card that's a cornerback for the rest of the year, pretty much until they start upping the speed. At that point, as we get closer to that, we'll be more prepared for it and we would get rid of them before it got to that point. Realistically, you would probably lose on average about 500K before you get rid of a card. Like if I see his card dip down to 2.5 within the next couple of days, like if it doesn't go up when he's out of packs, yo, you got to get rid of him. There's no other reason to keep him. Remember, this is a limited time type of promo. So while people are buying these things up, this is the time for you to make your coin or get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? And just say, you know what, dude, I'm done. It is what it is. Like many people have just said, I'm done with MUT. Like this program is out of control. But to be honest, they've done this before, just in a different type of format where they've made, players exclusive, with certain attributes that were better than others with the legends of the past and stuff like that. But this just seems a little bit more ridiculous because they're only putting it in packs. So anyway, he's a 94 speed. He's 99 zone. All right. So theoretically, once we get a little bit more speed on another corner and he gets a similar zone coverage, he would be equal to Sherman. But the only problem with these cards and the reason that a lot of us are having issues getting rid of it are the X factors. Okay. This is the problem right here. If you're able to get these type of things. Now look, I want to point this out, right? The regular universal coverage, this gets activated if you get an interception, but then it goes away. This one does not get activated with an interception. I don't know if it's like 2 of them. I got to check because I intercepted someone and it didn't work out. This right here, inside shade, if you run man, okay, it might be, pretty decent in certain cases. Shutdown, it might be better in certain cases. See, this is the problem though. All right, when you play, the shutdown is more of like a man coverage thing. So if you run zone, the shutdown won't really mean anything. The universal coverage is what makes it ridiculous, right? With a card like this, because once he gets activated, everybody knows it's automatic knockouts to that side of the field, which is why EA made it kind of difficult to get it by forcing 5 completions. So if you ran man, right? Let me just give you guys the insight into it. If you ran man coverage, right? And you wanted to go ahead and run this is what would happen. You would have to force 3 incompletions, and then he would have that. Let me go back to it really quickly. You would have to force 3 incompletions, and you would get that. You would have this going on after it started on, right? If you ran man, and he would, like, this, the inside shade is stupid. Like, it'll run underneath the route and just speed burst. So it's kind of like that. What is it? That one step ahead, but it's a little bit more tuned. Would I recommend this? No, because you still can beat it with certain type of beaters, because just by the way the game plays itself, there's always like motion and different type of routes to do it, to kind of beat it. So I don't recommend that, right? Now we go to shutdown so you guys can see what's going on. If you run man coverage, you're not going to beat this. That's why it's so easy to get it. You understand what EA is doing? So because you have those options of these cards, this is why people are hesitant to get rid of it. Because like I said, I don't have to buy another corner for at least 2 months. At least. Even if they release other corners that are like 96 speed, they won't get these abilities because EA doesn't want it to, be like that unless they drop another promo that's going to be even more OP, which I don't see, because Zero Chill will not compete with the collector edition and the cover athlete promo. This is going to be a standalone thing where only certain players will have this. So again, that's why I chose to go with universal coverage. Now remember, it's very, very difficult to get the 5 that you need, because somebody would have to continuously throw at your user, or you would have to blitz him in like $1 and get a couple tackle for losses or whatever. Maybe somebody throws a screen, you get a tackle for loss, whatever. But once that's on, it's over. And they're trying to test it out to see how far they can go with it. Similar to the way it was last year with passive, unstoppable, universal coverage. So with all of these players, you have those options. Ray Lewis by far is the most important because he gets 0 AP lurk artist and he starts on with avalanche, and it's just a wrap. When he hits you, it's a fumble. Now, if you wanted to sell these guys, right? For whatever reason, if you wanted to sell them and you say, look, you know what? I'm going to invest in Zero Chill players, Ghost of Madden Past, Ghost of Madden Present, and I'm going to get a lot of presents from the store. You would be waiting for another month, right? For these cards to come out, and you would have to play with other cards that are going to, you're going to have to use more AP to play with those cards. If you're willing to do that, knowing that this game is ability based, that's on you. That's the thing. If but that's the major issue. There aren't cards that are like Richard Sherman and Ray Lewis are the best at their position. So no matter what players you get outside of that, you're not going to get the benefit that they give you. So you might as well save with newer things that are coming out and be ready for the presents later than to get rid of them and just say, look, I'm just going to invest in the Zero Chill, because those cards, maybe 1 or 2 might be, pretty much decent. But not only that, you're getting the chemistry, which is why I got the other Grunk. Like, I got the cheaper Grunk because it doesn't really matter that, the speed and everything with Grunk, he's going to play the same for the most part at tight end. And his superstar X factors are not that important. Like Vanguard is a joke and other cards like that are a joke. So I got the lesser version. So even if you wanted to sell off the collector edition and get some of the regular ones, and then you invest that way, that would probably be better than outright just waiting. Because if you're going to still play the game, it's still going to affect the way your AP is and the way that your players work, because they don't have brain, they don't have any brains, if they don't have abilities. The cards are just an empty shell. The abilities and the attributes, they go together like lamb and tuna fish. Like, the attributes don't matter. Shout out to Adam Sandler. The attributes, you can have whatever attributes you want. If you don't have the abilities, it doesn't matter. So in my opinion, you can take the risk of saying, I'm going to wait a month and see what happens, but they're going to continue to make this specific promo with the cover athletes more OP than anything that's going to drop, because they have to justify you spending money for it. So either way, if you are lucky enough to pull it, and you want to take your, 2, that's going to be 3.5, another 2 is 7. You want to take your 7 million coins and just say, look, I'm going to invest in Zero Chill. I don't care. That's fine. But you're going to spend more for abilities, and then you have to wait, because what will happen is if EA ups the ability amount for our AP, these cards will be even more important, because now you'll have players with like Edge Threat Elite and all kind of craziness that's going to be right there on the field with you when you have these players that get discounted abilities. So in my opinion, I would probably say if you have the cards, keep them and start to invest in other ways to make sure you have coins for Zero Chill, because this will be a standalone promo and EA did this intentionally. But also watch the prices. As soon as the prices start to dip, that's when you change, sell them. It is what it is. You move on. Follow the market and you'll be okay. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.